Okay guys, you are welcome to the channel once again. Today we are looking at SAS. This is SAS in mathematics. We have SAS in English as well. That's phonetics to be precise. And what are SAS in mathematics? Or what is a SAT? So SAS are irrational roots of positive integers. SAS are irrational roots of positive integers. We have negative integers and we have positive integers. So here we are referring to positive integers, and then not just any positive integer, but integers that are irrational numbers. Integers that are irrational numbers. And then, for example, let's look at something like this. We have root 2. This is an example of a SAT. We have example of SAT. We have root 2. We have root 3. We have root 5. So these are example of SARs. So when you look at the numbers in the root, you realize that they are not perfect squares. These numbers are not perfect squares. In other words, if you want to simplify them, the answers will not be left as whole numbers. The answers will be decimals. Not just any decimals, but the decimal numbers continue. They are neither recurring nor terminating. Decimal points continue. So SARs are used in real life by contractors or engineers so that they will always leave their calculations in SARs form. Calculations that are always in the form of decimals, that's their final answers. It is always the best to leave them in the form of SATs. That's to make the answer or the calculation precise or exact. But these particular ones are not SATs. For example, root 4. Root 4 is not a SAT. We have root 9. Root 9 is not a SAT simply because when you calculate this, you are going to get 2 to the power 2, and this will cancel this, leaving the answer 2. So realize that this is the final answer is a whole number, and then these two you are going to have, they are not SARs because they are perfect squares. Okay, so we have okay, so identities of SARs. There are many identities of SARs, but the basic ones are 4. So we have one, which is okay. So that is root a square. So you notice that the squared is on the a inside the root. So this, the answer is, when calculating it, is going to be, that's by expanding, you're going to get a squared. So you're going to get a times a, and a times a will give us a square, and then the answer is going to be this. And another identity is this. Okay, so in this case, you will notice that by expansion, the root a's are 2 because the exponent is outside the brackets around the root a. So by expansion, you're going to get this root a times root a, because the a is outside, the exponent, which is 2, is outside the brackets on the root. So by this, you're going to get the root a's are 2. So the answer is also going to be a. That's another identity. And we have this as well. Root AB. So root AB is going to be, this means A is multiplying by B inside the root. So we are going to get A times B still in the root, and then which will give you uh, A times root B. So this is another identity. That's the third identity. And then the fourth one, we actually have this A out of B in the root. So by expansion, we are going to have this root A over root B. So that is the fourth identity. So this is get the introduction to SAS. We are introducing SAS in this video or in this lesson. Our subsequent ones, we are going to have some working examples on SAS. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed watching, subscribe and share. Give us thumbs up and like as well. Until we meet again, bye.